going, everybody? So, want to make this one today on letting you know to keep going and that it does get better. So, whatever it is, we're all dealing with something, and I've had my fair share, just recently, especially, just some things that aren't the best. It can be a little bit tougher to deal with, some news or whatever. It's something not working out, whatever the case is, and in that moment, it always can feel like just this thing is never gonna end. Like it's always gonna be like this way. It's always gonna be difficult. It's always gonna be how it is now, but it's not true. I've gone through a million difficult situations in my life. One's far worse than I am now. I'm sure many of you have as well. I know many of you have. All of you have. If you're still here, I'm positive you dealt with something in your life once or one point or another. And if you're still here, that means you've gotten through it. So it does get better. Good thing to use is a concept called the cookie jar. Look back at all the things you've made it through. The difficult things you've made it through in your life. Take a look back. Don't just sit in the past, but kind of take a look at that and say, okay, well, I made it through that. I can do this as well, because it does get better. It does end. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And another important thing to remember is that you're not alone. There's people dealing with stuff all around you. A lot of people may not talk about it or whatever the case may be, but generally people are dealing with stuff as well. So it's important to just keep that in the back of your mind, that you're not alone. These things can be tough, situations that can be tough in life, and I understand it, but you're not alone. There is light at that end of that tunnel. You gotta just keep going, you gotta keep pushing, and you gotta just keep doing your best every day. And even something like, let's say, I was looking at it recently, but even just this YouTube channel, I just started it out just to kind of put some words of inspiration out there. I felt like I have an ability to help, and I feel like it'd be a waste if I didn't try to put that out there. And for a while, just looking back today, I was getting like 5 views, 6 views on some of my videos, and now, I get a couple hundred. And although that may not be a lot for a lot of people, for me that's amazing that people actually care about some of the stuff I say, that are willing to tune in and actually share their thoughts, give a thumbs up, whatever the case is. That means a lot to me. And for a long time, it was putting out videos with zero response, with zero any indication of there being a response. It just felt like something that was right to do, and no matter what it was, I was just putting it out because it's something I enjoyed doing. And it doesn't matter if they get a lot of views. That's not really the point, but it's just to say, like, hey, it does get better. It may take time. It took me probably around 10 months or so to start getting a little bit of momentum, but as long as you love the thing you're doing, or whatever the situation is, you will get to the other side of it. And if you're going through a difficult time in life, nothing in life lasts. The good times don't last, but the bad times also don't last. You have to just keep going through whatever it is, and just push on. Reach out to people if you need help, but just understand you're never alone. No matter how alone you feel in whatever you're doing, there's someone else going through the same thing or a very similar thing that I'm sure feels the exact way you do. But it's just, you gotta keep that in mind. You can do it. You can get through this, whatever it is. You can have to believe in yourself, because you're much more powerful than you think, and so am I, and so is everyone else watching this. Your only limitation is whatever the one you put on you. And in my opinion, it's best to just not put any limits on yourself, because you can really do anything in this life that you put your mind to, including getting over whatever it is that you're going through. Just keep pushing, keep your head up, keep working. It's not just some people can do it, but you can't. You absolutely can. You are fully capable. You are alive, and that means you have a chance. Until death, every defeat, every setback is just mental. Everything that sets you back until you die is just a mental barrier. Because if you're still alive, you can still try. As long as you can still try, you can still win, and you can still get that thing. If you have a chance, then you can still have it. And until you die, you have a chance. So you just keep working. I know it can be tough sometimes. It's not always glorious. It's not always going to see instant results from doing the hard stuff and pushing through the difficult times, but in the long run, you will see the benefits. You will reap some rewards. Trust me, it's very sweet when you start to see those things kind of come into fruition, but you got to just keep going. You got to just keep going. It is worth it. It's 100% worth it to do, and the journey itself is just an amazing part of it, and you got to just find some way to enjoy that and just keep pushing. So that's gonna be it for this one. Kind of impromptu for me today, but just want to get something out there to kind of express what I'm feeling. I'm sure if I'm feeling it, someone else is too. So just want to let you guys know you're not alone. You can get through whatever you're going through right now, and there is 1,000,000% light at the end of that tunnel, and it does get better. So appreciate you guys all for coming. As always, see you in the next one. Remember to live for the now. Peace, guys.